now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Ready, set. Clock, 10. Here we go. Set.
Ritter looking to put it up right away. And his first look is incomplete. But you look at this defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense for the Commanders, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. And it's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Here's Howell. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Howell out of the shotgun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Ready?
Ritter will set up to throw it. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Working from the gun, Ritter. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. You talk about this Falcon defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So so instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at about the 14. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Scouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Ritter completes this quickly, breaks through the contact, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Ritter to throw it. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half.
Ready.
Earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Ready.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions. Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Howell. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point attempt to come here. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Cody Barton there to bring him down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ready?
Ritter back to throw. And caught by London. Into space at the 45 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Ready?
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Set, ready. Set.
First down, here's Ritter. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
Hut.
Ritter. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Howell from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Off-play action. It's Howell. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Howell. It's complete to Robinson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, Howell to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's Howell with another throw. His throw is going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Howell. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now Howell. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They need two. Here's third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat.
Oh, Hal loses it. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Another forceful rush there by Jarrett. Not a lot of help for him making these types of plays last season. Managed 6 sacks, which led Atlanta. But good news, the Falcons, they've overhauled their defense this offseason. He should have a lot more help now.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready?
Again, it's Robinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Oh, twisting away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Taking it about the 16. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Holding. Offense.
We don't do what we do.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Howell. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And this one will be brought back to the 22. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Ready.
They'll run this one right with Robinson, and they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that one knocks up at 10. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call. but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Powell's throw taken in by Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Ready?
On play action, here's Ritter. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. And this
rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This this one not fully over yet. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard.
So out come the Falcons now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by Miller. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ritter off the play fake. Pass the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 50 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And this is going to be a Commanders first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here's Hal to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Tucker. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Atlanta regains possession of the football. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Ritter. Pass caught, Miller. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Ritter. London holds this one in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now we'll pause for an injured player. And that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. A big play here, 3rd and 2. Ritter looks to throw it. That is caught. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Curry for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down 24-17. 35 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Powell to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they need a touchdown. And here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50. But that one falls incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his heart. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Ritter. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and that is incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at the 34. He'll start with a give to Robinson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Hal's throw brought in by Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Tucker. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Hal's throw complete to Dotson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 67 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 2nd and goal from the 1. Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage, you fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. Now Falcons going to use another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Commanders are going to win this football game. And for the visitors,